Hey guys, I'm back. I'm here for an update, and as you can see, the scene behind me is different. It's been a whirlwind few weeks and few months as we sold our house at the same time that we were traveling back to our previous state to visit family, and then we were looking for a house and we ended up in a rental. So we are currently in a rental while we wait on our next forever home. So yeah, it's just been crazy. So I'm glad you're back. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to give you a little quick more update on that story, and then we'll get into all my updates. So thanks for joining me, and here we go. Alright, so as you can see, I have this beautiful scene behind me. We found a rental house in Mayberry, and so it's beautiful. I love the view behind me. There's cows in that field a lot, and it's just a beautiful place to wait for our forever home. So this is not a very traveled road, but there may be a car that goes by, and it just is what it is. I have to film outside because inside we have boxes just piled up that we are not unpacking because we're only going to be waiting until for another like 4 to 5 weeks, and so there was just no point in unpacking everything. So we have a big mess inside, and so I figured I'll film outside and we'll just deal with the cars as they come by. So hopefully soon, on August 8th, we close on our new home, so I'm super excited about that. But then I will have some time after that where I can get my office set up and have a new filming area for you. So I'm really excited, but I'm glad to be back for a quick update here and show you what I've been working on. Because we're in this rental and I don't have my sewing stuff, and it's just like this weird time of life, I'm not doing all the normal things I would be doing, and so I have a ton more time, so I'm kind of just like stitching outside on this patio while my kids are playing, and so I've gotten quite a bit done. And also I haven't done an update for so long that I have quite a bit to show you. So hopefully you're here to go with me through the whole spiel, but if not, then just fast forward. And yeah, I do have a couple finishes. I have some new starts, and so I'm excited to show you. So let's get started. I think first I will start with my new starts. And so I'm not sure if I showed you, I had two that were like barely started or about to be started before this whole thing craziness began. So I'm not sure if I showed you in my last video or not, but I will show you now anyways. So this is a sew to stitch pattern, and it is done. I don't have the picture just because, well, this is what it looks like for the most part. I started this on my trip back to Boise, Idaho, and I just finished it the other day. And I started it when my adventures in moving started, because we were looking for a little country house. So this normal pattern says country farm, but I changed it to country life, and there were some words like under here that said carrots and eggplant and pumpkin, but I just left those off, and I think it looks cute enough. I really like it's on this like sparkly Ada, which I don't know, you probably can't tell, and I don't know how well this lighting's gonna be, but it is what it is. But yeah, it's on like a sparkly Ada, and I just think it's really cute. And I don't know if I'll make a little pillow out of it or what, but I liked it as a new remembrance of this adventure beginning. So that was my first finish by Sew to Stitch. The other thing that I did for like springtime, and I started it when I was flying on an airplane, was this Mill Hills kit of a swallowtail. My boys love to run around and catch butterflies, and at our old house they were catching swallowtails all the time. And so I thought I'd make that and probably make it as a Christmas ornament. It comes with a magnet, but I think I'm going to turn it into a Christmas ornament. So anyways, here's the swallowtail. Again, like nothing shows on videos. Like the sparkle, ooh, this lighting is going to be so bad, I'm sorry. The sparkle of the beads and everything just do not convey on video, but anyways, it's really pretty, and I like how it turned out. So I finished that, and I haven't fully finished it. All my stuff's packed up, so, but that's close enough for now. So those were my two finishes, and then let me put those aside. Okay, and then I have a couple new starts. One of them I showed you guys. Oh gosh, I'm not going to have a picture of it now, am I? Let me see where I put the picture. Okay, well, I'm going to learn, I think, how to insert a picture. Right there. Okay, so this was one that I showed you guys last time. And I got a scroll frame for the first time because this thing is huge, and I thought, well, I'll try scroll frame. And I also got this like pre-gridded fabric, but it's 32 count, and I'm kind of regretting it now because it is so tiny. So this is not the most fun thing to stitch on, and I'm nervous because it's so big. But I love the picture. It's an Abraham Hunter with the, you know, the beautiful lighthouse. So I put it on this scroll frame my first time trying that, and I've gotten not very far. So hope you can see it. I'm having to, because it's on the scroll frame, I'm having to turn it sideways so it actually faces this direction. And yeah, I'm doing a tent stitch on this 32 count with, I think I'm doing one thread. And this is also my first time trying this parking method. So I've never done that before with the strings all hanging off, but I kind of like it for these full coverages because then I can kind of just move down. So trying the parking method, trying a tiny fabric, tying a scroll frame, all in my first one. Here comes a car, so I'm going to pause for a second. Anyway, so that was one of my new starts. I love the picture, but it's not an easy one to stitch, so we'll see how that goes. My other new start is a Cherry Hill Stitchery Merry Christmas, and I just have the printout. I just printed it, the PDF. So this little snowman, and I started this, and I think this is, I believe it's 16 count. It's on an Ada that I just dyed myself. And so it's kind of like it's got like a gray texture to it, and I think it looks pretty good with these colors. So this one's been fun. I just started this like 2 days ago. It's a pretty quick stitch there. That helps with the lighting. I'm so sorry about the lighting. I wasn't exactly sure how to set up out here. But he's coming along pretty well. This one calls for like some weeks dye works that I don't have, so I just subbed DMC in my own colors. So that's another new one that I just started. And then on to stuff that I have been working on. Sorry, there's going to be dogs in the background as well because the new neighbors just moved in with dogs. Hopefully this video works out, and it is what it is. So I worked on another Christmas one, which is the Hometown Holiday Schoolhouse. And now I can't find the pattern. There it is. Okay, by Little House Needleworks. Another car, sorry. So I had done the post office previously, and I did some work on this. Oh, this lighting is really bad. There, on this schoolhouse. So I filled in quite a bit more of the school and the tree and everything else, and this is just on 32 count Murano from Hobby Lobby. The next one that I've been working on is another soda stitch. It's that Country Kitchen that I've showed you in the past. I'm working on this third section over here. I didn't do a ton. Whoops, that's the old picture. I didn't do a ton on this, but I have gotten a little ways. So I filled in more of this like second shelf. I have so many projects and I want to do them all. Alright, so that's the soda stitch one. And then next up, sorry, I have have to make sure that this all gets put back in here, or it'll all fall on this patio I'm on. The next one I didn't do too much, but I worked on it a little bit. I'm struggling with it because I'm just not really interested in doing the specialty stitches right now, but it's so pretty. It's the Heirloom Nativity Sampler by the Victoria Sampler. So it's really pretty, and I'm stuck up here in these like specialty stitches. So I just lose motivation after a few stitches. I don't know. But it's going to be pretty, so I want to keep doing it. Oh boy, this lighting. Okay, hold on. It is really warm out here and muggy right now too. Okay. So I think it's so pretty. I'm just struggling trying to get through this to move on to the next section, but worked on a little bit. I like how it's coming along, so hopefully I'll keep up with that. Whew. It's so hot out here this morning. My husband's taking my kids and the dog for a walk down the street. It's roasty out here. Okay. The next one I worked a little bit on, not a ton, but I added some more beads to, is another Mill Hill Buttons and Beads kit. It's this fall one. I think that one's super cute. And, oops, let me get the pattern off of here. I didn't do a ton, but I added some to it. Oh man, it's so dark. And this lighting. Well, one day when I get my new office, I'll be able to have some better lighting, but that one's pretty cute, and I worked on that a bit more. So that's another one I have been working on, and those I didn't do too much on. I've got some in my pile down here that I've spent the majority of my time on, like the Country Farm and the Butterfly that I finished. I spent quite a bit of time on there. This one's another one that I just worked a little bit on. Hopefully this reflection won't be bad. Let's find out. It's the Dimensions Balloon Glow. So I worked on this one just a teeny little bit, and I started in the middle. So there's the balloon up here, and then it goes down. Trying to figure out where I can put this where the lighting is the best. Maybe right there. So that's the Balloon Glow. I just worked a little bit on that. This one I worked on before I left my house, and I was trying to finish it, but I definitely didn't get very far because I just got bored and was packing, and yeah. So this is the Stitching Land Red Flower from Etsy. This is one of the first ones I ever started, and I still have like about a quarter of it left. But it is really pretty, and I should just finish it, because really that probably wouldn't take me all that long. But I was like, that's a good like summer, spring one. I should just work on it. It's funny, because when the actual like season comes along, like summer, I'm already ready to go and do stuff for like fall. But when it's fall, I'm ready to do stuff for winter or Christmas. So I'm always like one season ahead. Anyways, okay, this one I did work on for a little bit, and it is Odyssey's Hope Runs Deep by Chuck Pineson. I just love the winter ones so much. This lighting. I love the winter and like Christmassy ones so much that I really do just do those throughout the year. Also, it doesn't have to be seasonal. Now, I went back on this one that I've been working on, and this was the first time where I was like, I'm going to try filling it in, starting with the parking method. This was my first attempt with parking, because I had been doing cross country, and that's mostly what I like to do, but there's so much confetti, and I saw so many people doing the parking method that I thought, okay, I'm going to just pick this one back up, and I'm going to try parking. Here comes another car. Just hope you can still hear me. So I thought, I'm going to try parking. We're going to see how this goes. So this has a lot of threads hanging off of it, but I was able to fill in a lot of the confetti much faster, and so I think I found my groove for these full coverage. So there's that, and there's a lot of it that's already like covered up and moved. But I I think I like doing cross country, but where there's a lot of confetti, kind of going back and doing parking. So I have like a lot of threads hanging off, but I think I like it. I thought I would hate it, and I think I like it for these full coverage. I wouldn't be doing this for like any area. Like I'll just fill in where there's big chunks and kind of continue with that cross country, but where there's a lot of confetti, I like it. I also don't think I would do parking with the paper pattern because I think I will get confused marking it, but using the pattern keeper, I can do it easily. So I think I found my groove with like a parking method and cross country together. So anyways, this is the Chuck Pinson one. I really love this picture, and it's coming along. So that's that one. This one I just did a little bit of. It's another wintry one. This is a kit by Luca S. And I've started in the middle up here on this stocking, and I'm kind of going over, so it's just a lot of brown in the fireplace right now, but I just think it's so pretty. I really love very white decor, and so this white Christmassy scene I just really liked. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze out here. They were going through and doing all the hay fields recently, but now my allergies are all crazy. Anyway, so that's where I am on this one. Oh, this is helping the lighting over on this side. I don't know. So that's my stocking, and I worked a little bit on that one. And I also got these new magnetic tie things that people talk about. Because I stitch in hand, but all this extra fabric gets annoying, so I was like, well, maybe I need something to like hold it off, so thought I'd try them out. They're sort of working. I haven't fully figured out how to use them yet, but there's that. Another Christmas one, another Luca S. I've almost finished one page on it. There's another car. This one is, I don't know what the name of it is, but it's pretty. So I'm almost done with page one. I just have a little bit more to fill in. I'm in kind of like a confetti area. So I'm over here on this like snowman guy, and that's the last corner I have on this one, on this page, and then I can move on. This looks so pretty when I hold it back and look like in the camera versus right up in my face stitching, but I love the colors in this one so much. Let me get back to that one too. So worked on that one a little bit. Hope you're still hanging in with me. I've got more. Okay, so also on my trip, which I don't think I have done an update since my trip, so if I have, I'm sorry. I just have lost track of time and everything. So on my trip I got quite a bit of this done on the airplane because it was just an easy one to fill in on the airplane. This is Little Dove Designs, Adjust Your Sails. And I still have more words to put in, but I kind of got bored with the words and moved on to the bottom a little bit. This one is so see-through that I hope you can see through there. So, yeah, that one's such a pretty one. I love the colors, and I was working down here. This pattern, this color for the like waves and water is a variegated color, and it only called for one skein of it, but I'm almost out, and I really hope I have enough to go on because I had to special order it. They didn't have it at the store, and now I moved where there's like no cross-stitch stores. So I hope I have enough to finish that one. So that one's Adjust Your Sails. Another one, this is a timely one. I was just working on this morning and yesterday for 4th of July because it's 4th of July weekend. This is Star Spangled Street by Primrose Cottage Stitches. And I have a lot of the colors that I called for, which are like specialty, and this is one of the only ones that I've done like a majority of specialty colors on. But I have had to sub out a few. And honestly, I don't know what fabric this is, but I think it might be Mushroom Lugana, maybe. Sorry, we're all wrinkly, but this is where I am. I had this blue and red house done, and then I've done like the quilt and the flag in this house, and some more of the grass is kind of what I've been working on. So that one has been fun. That's kind of an easy one. You just fill in like blocks of colors. Let's see what else do we have here. Okay, so this is another full coverage. This is God Shed His Grace, and it's charted by Odyssey, I think. Yeah, God Shed His Grace. This is another Abraham Hunter. This one's really popular, and a lot of people are doing this one. Haven't gotten super far, but getting there a little ways. I started in the middle, so I'm like right over by this roof over here somewhere. It's a lot of brown and gray, so I get bored, so I don't do too much at a time, but it's still fun. I love the finished product. So the further I get where I can see more of the picture, then I get more motivated to keep doing it. When I can't really see the picture and it just feels like confetti, then I'm not as excited to work on it. So, but it's coming along. What else do we have down here? Okay, I think there's 2 left. Another Abraham Hunter, because I found him and I just became obsessed with him. And this is the one that I had charted from Odyssey, so it's up on their thing now, but oh man, I love it. It's Noah's Ark Landscape. And this lighting, I hope you can see it. I just love all the animals. It's another big one. I will probably start to do some parking on this one too, but I haven't yet. But it is 2/1 tent stitch on 25 count even weave, I think, like pre-gridded. So it's a little bit sparse, and I probably wouldn't do that again. I'd probably use more threads next time, but I think it's okay for this one, and I'm saving threads, so it's fine. But started in the middle, and you can see another elephant coming through, and the lions and bison, and then here's the ark starting to come in over there. So I like doing this one. This one's really easy and fun to work on. I really like this pre-gridded fabric, makes it easy, and it's bigger so I can see it better. That lighthouse one, the fabric is so tiny. So I've been working on that one. I've done quite a bit on that one. Sorry, I'm having to get these back in the bags or I will lose everything. And the last one I've been working on is another full coverage Odyssey, and I just started working on it again last night after taking quite a long hiatus from it. I started this one once with full cross, and then I was like, this is taking forever, and I learned about 10 stitch, and so I stopped and I restarted it, and then I think I really screwed up, and I didn't want to like figure out where I messed up. So I went back to the first one I started, and I'm trying to just do tent stitch, and I'm hoping that you won't be able to tell the difference between where I tent stitch and where the other one was. Otherwise I'll be restarting for a third time probably, because I really like this pattern, but I don't want to do it because I just don't like the circumstances of how I've set things up. So if I restart it again, we'll see. Anyways, this is the way it used to be. This is the first full coverage I bought. I just really love it. It feels like, I don't know. It just gives me all the feels, and I really love it. So, the first time I started up here, and I was doing this part, and then I kind of got down into the barn. The second time I started in the middle, and that's this one. I started in the middle, but somehow I've like really screwed up stuff up in here, and because it's in the middle and it's like the main part of the house, like I just feel like it's going to be really noticeable, and maybe it won't, but I can't figure out where I've screwed up. I'm trying to fix it. I don't know. I also don't like this like brown fabric that I used. I just used what I had on hand because I wanted to restart it. I don't really like that. It's making it hard to see some of these colors. So, I don't know. Last night I went back to my original one and I thought, okay, well, let's just try doing tent stitch and see how it looks. And like, so I've only done a little bit, but so far, like, I don't think you can tell where I started tent stitch, and I might just continue on this one. So, I don't know. Like, I did tent stitch some down in here. I have to keep going and see if you can, like, notice a difference. But I think I'm going to go back to this one. It's easier on the white. I wish I had pre-gridded fabric. I did start gridding it, like, myself, but I don't know. That's why I'm like, I want to start over on fabric that's, and just make sure it's perfect. But, I mean, look how far I've gotten. That's like, I can't remember how, it was like 10% or something. So, I think I'm just going to continue on. And when I'm looking at it here in the camera view versus like in real life, I like it. So I'm probably going to continue on. So we'll see. So now all my time starting the second start might be going in the trash. I don't know. But we're going to continue on with that one. So that was the last thing that I worked on last night. So those were my works in progress. And I did kit up one thing, which is, I don't know when I'm going to start this because I have so many huge ones, but I did kit up another one by the Cross Stitch Studio, also by Abraham Hunter. This one's called Quiet Time. I think I've showed you when I bought this pattern before, but I kitted it up. The problem is it has the same Lugana 32 count easy grid. Teeny tiny, like look how small one square is. Like, I don't know. But I got oh, that's the other thing. I got CXC thread from AliExpress, I think, or Alibaba, or I don't know. One of those, like, places in China where they do the cheap stuff. I think it was AliExpress. So, that's what I've been using, this CXC thread. It was like 12 cents a skein versus like 50 cents or 60 cents a skein. And because these things are like gigantic, they use so much. So I kitted that up with thread or with floss from there, and I like it so far. That's also what I used on the Lighthouse one. This is all the CXC thread because it is so much. Like I had to order like 300 skeins or something for the two of these, and it was like just way cheaper, and it came pretty fast too. Just a couple, like 2 weeks, so I was happy with that. And it seems to be working just like really regular DMC. So anyways, I kitted that up. And the last thing I wanted to show you in my update was a new blanket. So I've shown you guys a Mosaic Crochet. Let me find the front cover. I've shown you a Mosaic Crochet blanket before that I did with the reindeer and everything. So I wanted a lighter, like springy one. And so this is another, it's called Mosaic Crochet. If you haven't ever heard of it, you should look it up if you like to crochet. They're so easy, and they're so amazing because they make such cool pictures. So, let's see. This one I'm doing one pattern, but I also have here's a book, another variation of a pattern. So, I don't like these bunnies, so I have a different bunny pattern I'm going to put in there. So I'm going to do this spring Mosaic Crochet. And my kid's coming back with his bike. You probably can hear him. And I'm using this like color changing thread by Hobie, which is so pretty. And this is how far I've gotten. I've just started like the bottom. So hard to see. Bottom pattern. So you can see the first changing color is starting on this top layer. Starting to turn to like a teal. It's really hard to see outside. But anyways, I'm hoping it'll be black and kind of like rainbow colors going up. So, just like a thin, if you can see the holes, it's really thin cotton, so just a lightweight blanket. Yeah. So I've been working on that too. Anyway, that's my update for where I am. I'm going to come back and film a mid-year whip parade, so I'll show you all of the projects that I have, not just ones that I've currently been working on. So I'm going to do that next, and hopefully you enjoy that too. But after that, my next videos will be in my new home, hopefully not too long from now. And I'm really excited, and I'm glad you stopped by, and hopefully you came for the whole video. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.